I was living in the area in Esbjerg, Denmark in 2009 to 12. And in that area was, I'm pretty sure, Interpol missing Bulgarian children, most boys. And there might have been other missing too. And I was attacked on the address after a shots affair with NATO, at that time not NATO, Jarl Stoltenberg. He was connected to the consulary in Norwegian, there's in the town, right? After he went 2012, I wrote to United States, to Clinton. I worked for Clinton in Northern Ireland to try and connect to me and get us safe off, right? Those mails were probably stolen by Murdochs, probably in the outside Denmark and inside maybe of film people increased on Susanne Bier because she made a product, a film that has data from my case surfacing wrong data, but what she could find, right? In the period of 2012, in August, or July or August, I saw a man that I later found out is Michael Bay. And Michael Bay, in Denmark, Michael Bay's name would be Michael Bay. And there was actually a bay in Ribe, which is 30 kilometers from there, right? Also, 13 hours gets too close on, you could say, the fire that was in my apartment in 2012, September. And Chris Stevenson has just arrived and we got attacked. And the people close to the story is I mentioned, right? So basically there was something wrong. And I figured that maybe Michael Bay was in the area for some other reason. Susanne Bier and Michael Bay and Irvin Stuff parents' background is East Europe. Linking up with Bulgaria missing children might be some influence, right? There was another boy in the area named Jack, and he was in a situation where things were difficult for him and his mom, and everybody was concerned about this. And I did help her mother clean up her apartment, taking up a lot of dirty stuff out. Other single mothers were trying to help with dinners, and everybody tried. The commune of Esbjerg doesn't function very good, and they neglected to look after the kid. So whatever happened to him, but it turns out there was some things in the apartment interest. And another thing of interest is that police, after I was assaulted, left for dying in the apartment, and they cover up the real story about Chris Stevenson. That would say that if I have the commune took my son on the surface, but it was really something else, right? But they arranged this external lawyers, media, that I see my son 1 hour a month. I can't identify it. It's too far between. And I think it's also that he grew up. I'm not able to say if I meet a boy on the street if it could be. But anyhow, he shows up with a girl called Marian Olsen, and she's been on the case since 2012. And she's pretty messy. She's pretty, if you read her papers on these meetings, it shines through that she really don't like me. And she always paint a little bit more than necessary. And she is in a way so hostile that I also get nervous. And she do not believe that I could do anything foreign affairs, blah, blah, blah. She thinks I'm an idiot, for sure. The meeting is often external from Esbjerg commune. It's not on their ground. It's an apartment linking to Susanne Bier through a name on the door. There's a hacker working, he's from Germany, working on the phones, meaning I have post mobile and mail control, but it's actually within the entertainment, fraud and copy market. meaning that Esbjerg commune think they're in control, but they're not. Sometimes Alex, that now is grown up, says that the boy Jack is at his place. He also says there's a Greenland girl at his place. But it looks for me that all the names figure in his institution. The cases might be not so good for either the commune, the involved partners, the lawyers and stuff like that. There could actually be a question about guilt, neglect, or crimes involved that could be like insurance money for families or something. So whether we have like a dead end case, like the institution, I never been there, I never spoke to the leader, but I can see they got all the fraud names, bosses. There's been like 11 top boss in Esbjerg commune handling this case. But the problem is, on the surface, it looks like there's a boss on the case, right? Under the surface, all the calls to these people is like talking to telephone bully or wire scam, external. So again, it looks like, oh, there's a boss that got the case. I also have problems in my background of abuse and ID questions and explore and so on. And maybe we got a whole story about unsolved crimes. I'm just one of them. So basically, somebody is covering up. And if I go to the police and say I'm hacked, they don't give a shit. If I'm attacked, they don't give a shit. So basically, we have a situation I can't get the help I need. So whether we got like a garbage pen saying all the shit cases from Esbjerg, except from the good money, goes there, right? Another thing is that I've been traveling after this. I was in Skjern. There might be some US missing colored girls and boys, 5 colored children and 3 adults, close to a Hells Angels or something, hideout place, whatever. In Ribe, it's 30 kilometers from Esbjerg, I located 2 missing FBI handicapped children, Anderson and his friend, Somalia and a white guy. They have been mistreated for long in that institution. It's almost like a cage in the backyard. The school has not educated staff. Nobody knows. They're not verbal. Nobody understands what they're trying to tell them. They're really being hard handled. There's a connection to a staff member which is married to an American who is an IT person. Now, I found something on the network that's really scary. I found a lot of pictures, film, YouTube, all of them looking like my boy. Then I went a little deeper into it and I found some of the videos where a paparazzi or copy market person from Düsseldorf. And yesterday I found really scary videos, material, also connected to Hanover about Summer Wills, which is an American case. So basically they're using missing person cases. There's a lot of missing children in Hanover. As elsewhere, they have a problem in Germany apparently, like they do in the United States. So basically a lot of these probably pedophiles or copy market using this platform for assault. But I told you about the M1 channel, which is a sort of hate crime against Clapton and me. I think he's hiding pictures of my boy together with Eric Clapton pictures. He or she was very aggressive on email. Don't use my channel. The problem was that there were some pictures that I hadn't really seen that close before. And there's actually one picture of my son in Jack's apartment. I remember because there was a strange sort of equipment for hairdressing. Another thing I noticed was that there's a video from a beach, and that indicate that my son was giving a camera that might have been the problem. And there were some people on the beach a little bit like looking like Susanna Bier, that character with a lot of curly hair, sunglasses, a green jacket on. And I remember it because it was a very lazy day in Esbjerg and it was hot and there was beach and people were, light dressed and so on. And there came somebody to the beach with too much clothes on and a little hyper. And first I got really alerted because I thought this is strange. All of this clothing and coming with a car and being stressed, what's going on? And I was, alerted because I'm a veteran, so I kind of know the difference. And then it quieted a little bit down. But then my son went to, he was a little around and he got a camera from someone. And I remember myself saying, no, 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 don't. And I didn't get him before he took it. And if I forgot all about it because frankly, I didn't, but when I see the video, I played it very slow. And unfortunately, it looks like when he gets the camera, if you run it very, very slow, you can see there is almost like explosion of color around his head in light yellow, pink, red. And then he turns and the face looks, there's something color wrong too. But again, my hope is that because this channel M1 is making so many manipulation pictures, it could be that it's a two screen together, meaning he had a video going on already or something. I don't know. I got some pictures from the apartment sent by Anonymous Susanna showing also something was wrong. But I have investigated more than one track, alive and abused in film or sexual, hurt in a way that they don't want to admit to it because it was a very intruding, and I was left to die, and Chris Stevenson died. Would a 3.5 year just walk out and say, okay, bye my mom, Not, right? So he was hurt or dead. So I investigate all of the tracks to be sure. So it's the truth maybe that we got more than one case. And that's where the suitcase come in. There was a suitcase in that apartment with that Hollywood thing on. And I noticed it because I was a little bit, what? I mean, that's pretty fancy for, it might have been in Denmark. But remember, in that area was Bulgarian missing children. And another thing is, I think they found a jacket, that's an unidentified jacket in the FBI file with a small medallion on. That also is important because I think I've seen that jacket. I was giving a Catholic amulet and cross. I gave the amulet to Alex. So you better tell the Danish police to get up at their golf place and they forgot to pay the bills, forgot to write the report, because this is serious stuff.